watching the left repackage illegals with the name Dreamers, the Trump campaign decided to take the term back. This concept was coined at President Trump's first State of the Union address on January 30th. He pushed back against the campaign to make illegals seem more palatable to the American public by stating, "My duty, and the sacred duty of every elected official in this chamber, is to defend Americans, to protect their safety, their families, their communities, and their right to the American dream. Americans are dreamers too." The idea by the left was to make these DACA recipients who were named Dreamers seem like helpless children who needed our support. The problem with that is that many are no longer children and have done nothing to work out their supposed desperate situation and become legal citizens. Sadly, many of those illegals who are being given a PR makeover and made to seem like innocents aren't as warm and fuzzy as we would like to believe. Many are on welfare, not productive, and others are chronic lawbreakers, continuing the bad habit they started when came. To drive that point home, the president's campaign came up with a way to remind people that it's not in the American dream to work hard to pay for other people to live off our tax dollars. According to The Hill, the Trump campaign has launched another one of their iconic trucker hats. This time the front says American Dreamer in bold lettering. The Trump campaign store is now selling an American Dreamer hat for $50. Monetizing one of President Trump's signature lines from his State of the Union speech last month. The hat reads American Dreamer across the front, has an American flag stitched onto the side and #MAGA stitched onto the back. The hat is proudly made in the USA, according to the website. During his State of the Union speech last month, Trump defended his administration's hardline stance on immigration, declaring Americans are dreamers, too. The comment was an allusion to the dreamers who benefit from the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA, program. Those are individuals who were brought to the U.S. illegally as children, and are able to stay and work here without fear of deportation because of the program. The Trump administration announced last year it was canceling DACA with a 6-month delay. A federal court has blocked that decision, however, and the Supreme Court on Monday refused to hear the Trump administration's challenge to that stay. Congress, meanwhile, has been unable to reach an agreement on the future of the program and its beneficiaries. The Senate is looking for short-term solutions that would extend DACA, while the House is considering a conservative bill from Rep. Bob Goodlatte, Republican Virginia. The Trump administration has proposed giving DACA recipients a path to citizenship in exchange for money for his proposed wall on the Mexican border and changes to 2 legal immigration programs. It was met with opposition from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle. President Trump's slap in the face to the liberal brainwashing wasn't taken well by the left. They consider this to be as belittling the need to deal with the immigration problem. Unfortunately for them, the opposite is true. He considers it very important to fix the problem of immigration. He just doesn't plan to bow to their constant pressure or let the new terminology affect his decision-making. One of the first out of the gate to bash the new Trump slogan was Think Progress. They released an article titled Trump Campaign Sells Hat with slogan embraced by white supremacists with the tagline for $50, you too can advertise bigotry. In this not-so-subtle swing at conservatives who don't support illegal immigration, they attempt to unravel the workings of the Trump campaign. On the surface, the product seems perfectly innocuous. American Dreamer, after all, is a reference to one of Trump's most popular lines from his first State of the Union address. The phrase was seen as intentionally divisive and mirrored Trump's language last September when he announced he would rescind the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA, program that provided legal protections for hundreds of thousands of those dreamers. Why young Americans have dreams too, Trump stated at the time. The phrase "Americans are dreamers too" was quickly embraced by white nationalists following Trump's State of the Union speech. Many of them made memes of the phrase, bearing Trump's words with stock images of white people. The timing of the American Dreamer hat sale is curious, considering the deadline Trump set for Congress to come up with a permanent DACA fix, March 5th, is just around the corner. It appears that the left is now not only supporting illegals, but they're also suggesting that if you're a legal American citizen who dreams, and wants to wear a cap declaring as much, then you're a white nationalist. Once again, the left is redefining things to try and support their agenda. But just like the acceptance of being called deplorable, we can accept this as a badge of honor, knowing that we've once again upset a liberal apple cart. Deplorable American dreamers got President Trump elected once. They can do it again.